I'm leaving.
Okay. Here I am again. But this time I want to start a series of Think About That. On the 28th of August, they celebrated the 57th year of the March on Washington with Dr. King and the great icon John Lewis marched with him, and they were talking about all of the marches they had done together and so forth. And I began to think that John Lewis, the great icon, as he so eloquently called by the people who revered him, that he was marching with Martin Luther King for quite some time. And on one occasion, he was beaten within an inch of his life. He was almost killed. And he marched in most of the great Selma and all of the marches that Martin Luther King did. I didn't think much about John Lewis or Jesse Jackson or Martin Luther King for that matter, because they were called, the black leaders, and I never thought I needed a leader, so therefore I never thought much about them. But thinking of this, I was thinking that when John Lewis and Martin Luther King and those people marched back in those days, they were peaceful protesters. They just marched and sang "We Shall Overcome" and locked arms. And if you recall, if you've seen any of the footage, you would see that they were beaten and dogs were sent on them and they turned the water hose on them. And I mean, it was terrible. And the perpetrator of all of those beatings and all of that violence was powerful Democrats. And my point now is John Lewis had risen to the position of a powerful Democrat. And those beatings and destructions and burnings were still continuing of innocent people. And John Lewis was still segregated for what he was fighting for. He was part of the Congressional Black Caucus. He wasn't just a congressman. He was a Black Caucus congressman. Still segregated. So my point is this. All of this violence going on, all of the beatings and burnings and destructions of innocent people, and the destruction of the statues and so forth, I'm thinking John Lewis had medical problems for sure. But could it be that he died of a broken heart or a broken spirit, seeing that he is now in the same position that those people were in that was trying to kill him? Think about that.